4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds, and you've got it.
You're listening to Eclectic Musings live from Brighton Arts Club.
I can find you where the water's edge is clear, where the sun is warm as it guides me near. I can find you where the soft rain falls, where the snow falls down, where I stand and call. I think I can feel you with every loss aloud, and send that you are close with every touch and sound. I think I can feel you where there is blue and gold, where strangers their thoughts with every story told, every story told. Please stay, my love, and hold it tight when you are around my day. And through the blackest night, angel, I know how much you care. You gently touch and whisper, tells me you always here. You are always here. I think I can hear you inside my aching heart, with my memory so full where the pain stop and start. For every song that touched my lips, for every single loving kiss, for an empty soul awake in bed, for every prayer that's quietly said, for an empty soul awake in bed, for every prayer that's quietly said, that's quietly said. Please take my love and hold it tight when you are around my day. And through the blackest night, angel, I know how much you care. You gently touch and whisper, tells me you always here. You are always here. All the lonely souls that wish, to the happy faces I will always meet, to all those who try hard to listen, to all who beg to be forgiven, to be forgiven. Please take my love and hold it tight when you are around my day. And through the blackest night, angel, I know how much you care.
evening. You're listening to Eclectic Musings live from Brighton Arts Club Open Mic Night. As you can hear, the crowds are going crazy. This is the first time that Eclectic Musings from audioburger.com has gone global. Well, I say global, more local Brighton, but on a global scale. This is epic. And thank you very much to Joel and Pasha for allowing us to come in and broadcast. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to kick off the whole night with a poem, since it is open mic night. Thank you, Joel, for letting me go first. So this one is called Be Still. Beginning again. Yet the feeling of déjà vu can come back to haunt us, creating the obstacles which are not needed, ending up with nothing. We are all on the same path, just coming together as one is the hardest journey, bliss discovered from selflessness. Be still, the universe is waiting. Be still, a family reunites. Be still, coming together for one cause. Be still. Being one is happiness alone. Thank you. Thank you. But really and truly, I'm not the star of the show. The real star of the show is the guy who has created this particular event. So without any further ado, let us give a warm welcome to Mirabah Joel. Come up to the mic. Joel, thank you so much for joining us and for letting us come in.
That's all right.
Okay, so Joel, you're a bit of a poet yourself. What made you want to kickstart this particular night here?
Well, really, Pasha needed someone to do it. So, and I just put myself forward because someone needed to do it, and I really like poetry, and I've attended open mic nights before. So it was just natural to do it, really.
Fantastic. And who do you find yourself being influenced by in terms of your writing?
Just myself.
Ah, yeah. Okay. So what happens? Can you take us through a little bit of your process?
My writing process?
Yeah.
So really what I do is I take dreams that I've had and I get them translated, and then I use that translation to write a poem.
Fantastic.
I do it for other people as well. So if you had a dream and you told me it, I would translate it and then turn it into a poem.
And talking of poems, you've got one to kick the whole thing off, haven't you?
I have.
What is it going to be, and what's it about?
It's called Keys, and what it's about is I'll let you guess what it's about.
Oh, okay, letting us guess. Right, okay, go for it.
She's all woman, no longer a girl. She's a growing, evolving superhuman, making her mark on the world. Opening doors to freedom, leaving behind bags once full, with lessons now learned. She scours earth, herself, for pearls of wisdom, the keys to those doors well earned. Tears heal a trying past, water nurtures the spirit to last, and deep in her ocean lie the keys to those doors well earned.
Fantastic, Joel. Can you just give a tiny little insight into what that was?
It was a dream about a musician that I really like. She had a dream, and she told me about it on Twitter. And then I took that dream and then I translated it and put it into my own words and put it into poetic form. So.
Amazing, amazing, Joe. I'm sure we'll be expecting a lot more as we go along. Thank you, and we'll be hearing a lot more from you later on in the night. So, Joe, who have we got coming up next?
I don't know. You've got the schedule. I believe it's Poe.
It is indeed. Can we have Poe to the stage, please? Come on, guys. Give us a support. Okay, so Poe, we've got a very different sort of vibe coming from you, haven't we? You're known as Pastor Poe, aren't you?
I have been given that name, yes.
Why is that?
I think it's partly the delivery and partly the subject matter.
Okay. What sort of subjects do you love writing about? What inspires you?
I walk around the place, and if something catches my attention and it needs explaining or emphasising, then it's worthy of putting into words.
Fantastic. And of course, you did a little bit of a poem before we went on there. But what would you say are the main things to making a fantastic poem happen?
Believing they're the best words to express whatever it is you're trying to say.
Okay. And without any further ado, we're going to go straight into one of your poems, aren't we?
Thank you. This is fairly old, but it's still appropriate. If a child is falling, you grab their hand to save them. If a child is frightened, they grab your hand to save them. If I see you falling, I'll grab your hand. If you are frightened, will you grab mine? My hand is turned towards you, that you might see it and hold it for the hell of it, and so not fall, and so not be frightened. But if you choose to hold my hand, don't hurt it by letting it go, just because two eyes might see our hands holding each other for the hell of it. Squeeze my hand to know it's there.
Fantastic. Okay, and what was the main thing that got you into poetry, do you think, in the first place?
The fact I could write.
Apart from that, I mean,
That's it.
really, no particular poets or anything like that at all?
No, I'm not very well read. I spend too much time writing. When I run out of things to write, I'll have time to read.
That's great. Well, Poe, again, we'll be hearing from you later on in the evening, because we've got a very cool recording that was sent in to us as well. So we'll get that being played. So thank you very much, Poe.
You're welcome.
Now, earlier on in the evening, we usually have a musician who's a regular visitor called Sam Jordan. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here with us live tonight because he's actually got a gig supporting Communion. So, Sam, if you're listening back to this, I hope the gig went well and best of British. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a snippet from an interview that I did with him before we went live, and also one of his tracks.
You're listening to Spreaker Web Radio.
Okay, so we're here with the lovely Sam Jordan, who is literally catching some time before he goes over to a gig. Sam, thank you very much for joining us.
That's okay.
Okay, so Sam, tell us a little bit about why you got into music.
When I was 6 or something, my sister's friends used to make me sing for them, and that's where it started.
Uh-huh.
And picked up a guitar when I was about 14. Started listening to Bob Dylan when I was in uni, and then haven't looked back.
Fantastic. So, who are your main influences when it comes to composing songs?
Bob Dylan, Tom Waits, Leonard Cohen. That'll do, yeah.
Excellent. So all really, really good choices. And you're going to do a couple of songs for us, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what's the first one you're going to kick off with?
This is brand new. I haven't even performed it to anyone yet, but it's called Who the Hell is Cold?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Take it away.
All right.
So now...
Cold woman, I look to Attenborough, he's in the cold again. I'm sorry, Uncle David, you're gonna have to go. I stood on the deck and thinking about Lola. The wind cried and I cried. Who the hell's Lola? Cold woman, Now and then I meet them. Now and then I meet them. I don't know the season, but I'm expecting snow. I don't know the reason I let my bath get so cold. I stare across the tiles thinking about Ramona. And as the taps wept, I wept. Who the hell's Ramona? Cold woman. Now and then I meet them. I sit and stare into my warm soup, and I can see the fire in my dog's amber eyes. And I'm not really thinking about nothing, just anticipating the next time. Cold woman, cold woman. Now and then I meet them.
Well done. Absolutely amazing. Now, of course, the next track is a bit different. Okay, and we're back live from Brighton Arts Club. Thank you very much, Sam. We'll be hearing from him a lot later. Now, joining us next up on the mic is quite a creative individual. She's an artist and a writer of words. Her name is Roots, and she's next here on the mic. Roots, thank you very much for joining us. No problem. Now, tell us a little bit about your art first and foremost. Because first and foremost, you are an artist, aren't you?
I'm an artist, yeah, that's correct.
Who are the main people that inspire your work? Because it's quite African-based, isn't it?
Yeah, there's actually not anybody that inspires my work apart from my life and the situation I've been involved in, because I'm Nigerian, so I travel there quite a lot to see my family, so a lot of that comes up in my sort of artwork, and also there's kind of spiritual aspects to it as well. So
fantastic. And when you do your poetry, where do you draw inspiration from?
From my own life, from my life experiences, from things that happen to me, things that happen to my friends. That's really where it comes from. Real life.
Real life is the way forward. So you're keeping it real.
I am keeping it real. You've got it right.
I love it. I love it. So, do you want us to let us be absorbed into your world?
Yeah, why not? It's a crazy world, but somebody's got to endure it.
Indeed. And so, without any further ado, let's take it away.
Okay, right. The poem I'm going to read for you tonight is entitled Stronger. Okay. I'm going to start off about now. Right. I don't think straight. I think 3 degrees to the right. Or is it 4? No, it's definitely 3, because that's part of me. 1976. The 3rd of the 5th. I was born in the sticks. It's all part of the mix. I was bullied by peeps. It was hard for me to sleep knowing his thinkers weren't deep. Had no minds of their own, as they hadn't full grown. So they made me feel alone, isolated. I felt confined to my home. But little did they know they gave me time to grow. And it opened my mind to not think in a line, but to think out of the box. The new way of thought was mine. So I thank these peeps for making it hard for me to sleep. All that time with my mind, I've left the pain behind. Now I'm moving ahead, I can sleep in my bed. At peace with my mind. My mind is free and kind. Left all that pain behind. No longer confined. Now I'm happy, I ain't blind. My eyes are open, I've seen the way to introduce the newfound way.
Hell yeah, kiddo. Loving it, loving it. Now, what kind of advice would you give to a new writer?
A new writer, just be true to yourself and just write what comes from the heart, basically, and just draw on your inspirations from around the world and around your home place and everything, because there's plenty around.
Fantastic. We'll be hearing from Roots a lot later in the show. Now, this open mic night, I have to say, although it is relatively new, Joel has managed to attract quite a few people from all over the place. So, the next one we're going to do is a recording that was sent in by a fan from Basingstoke called Sheldon Cinnamon. And Sheldon's quite a fun poet. So, the next track, or shall I say next poem, has been especially sent in by Sheldon, and it's called Box of Butterflies. Enjoy.
The thorn on the rose was too sharp. It cut through us and broke my heart. It took away who we were, left me alone, bruised and scarred. You can see it all up my arm, your name engraved, paved into my skin, worse than a tattoo, because past is unremovable. Like the last day with you was so beautiful, because I saw your smile for the last time, before it stopped being mine. Then from your face it disappeared, but every time I shut my eyelids it reappears, your soft voice tormenting me, whispering my name in the cold breeze, your loving and tender touch making me weak at the knees. Butterflies were a myth until you came along. I never had a feeling so powerful and strong. Now they are suffocating alone in a box. But for how long?
Okay, thank you very much, Sheldon. That was brilliant. So, guys, we have up next to the mic a very charismatic individual who was entertaining us just before we went on air. Let me welcome to the mic the wonderful Aid. Aid, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Gosh, you can tell you got your fan club with you, haven't you?
Yes, I brought them all along with me, yes.
Excellent. So, Aid, who is the real Aid? Who is the real Aid? Who are your inspirations?
Oh, right. Well, if the inspirations are what make me, then basically I've been having an identity crisis by listening to everybody else. And I think classically I kind of am coming out of an identity crisis, to be honest. About 30-year long identity crisis, and writing has been like a kind of like step ladder framework, and kind of like the discovery of the meaning of words, kind of they became sort of archetypes for me to climb up. Like I discovered, like I classified myself as somebody who was scared of women, and then I classified myself as somebody who was scared of men, and then I kind of went, oh, hold on, that means I'm scared of people. And then just sort of like just little things like that. So
it was an awakening for you, really.
Pretty much so. I was a phobophobe. I was afraid of being afraid.
But now, of course, you wouldn't be here otherwise. So tell us the sort of things that you're going to do for us tonight.
All right. Well, philosophical, humorous, scientific, exploratory, confessional. Hello, how are you? Isn't this world fantastic? Don't you think that patriotism means loving the planet? Let's go into space and build a hotel on the moon. Come on, guys, trillionaires, spend all your cash.
Fantastic. So, and with that in mind, we're going to go straight into your first poem. So take it away.
Okay. This is called The Talking Pillow. Once, to a crash slumber on my bed so late, I learned my pillow, could actually communicate. As I lay my head of lead at the head of the bed, my talking pillow said, "Let me be the foundation for the construction of your dreams. I will bear the burden from and for your neck. Close your eyes and banish the moonbeams. I'll free your worries with a rain check. Allow the cloak of closed eye minds project a dark. Enforce neuron pathways for inner quests on which you'll embark. Here is your chance for the mighty mind molecules to do their sleep dance. For every trial you face, every care, I am placed, just in case, here, to be there. So, come rest, you weary traveller, you hunter-gatherer of confusions. Bring your illusions, rest, for you know it's best to accept the night of deep." I said, "Will you shut up, pillow? I'm trying to bloody sleep."
That was amazing. We'll be hearing from you later on in the night as well. Well done again. Now, next up to the mic. This is a lady who has class, style, and a lot of cheekiness. In fact, she is the main. She's the main lady who is behind the Brighton Arts Club, as well as the main supporter of this open mic night. She is an old face too. She is an old face too audio burger. I'm talking, of course, the wonderful Pasha de Valentine. Give her a big hand. So, Pasha, what made you want to try and do something a bit different for this particular one?
What, with the open mic?
Yeah.
Well, I think I ran an open mic expecting lots of musicians, and Joel had turned up and read a few poems, and I just thought he was absolutely genius. And I thought, no, we can run a whole night on that. So I actually asked Joel, because I'm a bit lazy, and I just thought, no, I can't be bothered to do all this. I'll get Joel to do it. And he's better anyway. So.
And you're a bit of an artist, as we all know. A bit of an artist. I guess it's an understatement, really, isn't it? And you were originally going to do something for us, weren't you?
A poem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was going to do a soundscape, but I've been so busy this week because we're doing events nearly every week at the club, so I just haven't had time.
That's okay. We got somebody who is going to read something on your behalf, though, isn't it?
Indeed, yes. Russell, who's one of my artists, because we've got artists who are residents here upstairs, and I think I've roped him into doing something in my space.
Oh, fantastic! So, Martin.
Russell.
Oh, Russell. I would have I actually got my name right. Their names right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay.
Pasha,
I'm giving out the floor.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pasha. Okay. So.
Good evening.
Good evening, Russell.
No questions.
Okay. No, you're not getting away with it that easily. So, Russell, who are your inspirations? Putting you on the spot there.
No, I don't know. Yeah, carry on.
Okay.
Egon Schill.
Oh, yes, okay. Excellent. So quite alternative, quite out there.
Definitely.
Okay, and take it away.
Do I get to readjust that? Okay. Surely this void will not remain to be an oblivion, yet new day breaks to discover no more than yesteryear. Sex, drugs, drink, money nor fashion shall ever be my substance, although admittedly a heartly distraction. So today and by far tomorrow I dwell on my antimatter, puzzled over what's real. What's real in a human once undressed of greed, the bad trait that relentlessly causes such grievance to many. A power of a currency that controls our time here on earth. A power of a currency that manipulates our way of thought. A power of a currency that causes such discrimination on social acceptance. Even if one does suffer such a revulsion over a currency as I, they too will understand its necessity regardless of true value. So what is true value? True value is not, nor shall it ever be, of anything I can hear, see, smell, taste or touch. but more freedom of thought, of which unfortunately becomes prohibited come Monday to Friday, working towards that of which I begrudge the most. In retrospect, I'd much rather gain the greed of my true value than that of the currency to assist my understanding of that nothingness. The end.
Fantastic! Excellent. And on that note, we're going to take a short musical interlude, and we're going to kick off with the New World Order and Guardians. And we'll be right back after these next few tracks.
Watch while you're awake. You
SpreakerWeb.com.
Oh, yes, and we're back. You're listening to Eclectic Musings on audioburger.com, live from the Brighton Arts Club Open Mic Night. Take it away! Okay, guys, are we ready for round two? I can't hear you. Are we ready for round two? Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go round again in order. So here we go. Here's another poem. Now this poem is of a sensitive nature. So those of you who are a bit sensitive to the next poem, please switch off now. So here we go. Cuntastic. Yep, you can see why it's sensitive. Here we go. The word, which we shall not mention, is popular for the wrong reasons, giving us an excuse for misuse. Although it can be fun to insult the universe, the reality is that it's part of womanhood. Why should it stay silent? For society's politeness? Or are we too scared to say it? The cunt! Oh, damn, I said it. It's a woman's secret core power, breathing in its own oxygen, unfolding like a red rose without the thorns, until it's pricked. Never staying silent, it has its own voice, not scared to admit it. Eve Ensler gave the cunt the right to scream, shout, and cry in public. She never held back when revealing a hidden truth, newly discovered. Finally, minds are accepting, opening. Discovery is the key to this hidden delight, secrets still to be found. Cunts are human too, we forget. Most of the time they are stimulated by happiness, ecstasy, and love. But use, abuse, or torture them, they shrivel and cower in fear. The lock is secure, keys thrown away, never to see daylight again. Time, they say, is a great healer, but the word becomes silent again. Sometimes all it takes is one touch to relight that passionate fire, dancing the dance of life once more. The flower opens. Life begins again. Celebrate the soul. The cycle and rhythm of thrusting life makes cunt a good word to say. The vagina monologues made it popular, but why wait till the stage version when we can make cunt beautiful again? Embrace the power, ladies. Chant with us like Eve Ensler. Cunt! 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 There you go. My God, that felt good. That's for all you ladies out there. So, next up, we have... People are laughing in the background already. Okay, whilst I'm trying to get the things up again, here we go. So, we have Poe up to the stage again. So, Poe, where are you? Poe? It's a bit like the Teletubbies, isn't it? Only without the... only without the Tinky Winkies. Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Joel. So, Poe, come back.
I had a magic bag before the Teletubbies.
Did you know?
Oh, yes.
Ah. What was that magic bag?
I'm not telling you.
Oh.
It's magic.
Spoil sport. Take it away, Poe.
Puck and fiss, sip and cuff, fuss and kip, kiss and puff. From out the mouths of babes and sucklings, vomit spills and dribble. Bankers aptly rhyming named with slender pen-push fingers, masturbate our money, watch it grow and drink the spill, then write us shaky-handed notes to say theirs is the cream and ours the flaccid, shrinking numbness. I wend my way from dawn to dusky eve with care, my feet placed softly on the crust of madness mire, lest I should sink and swallowed be not spat. The light at tunnel's end reflects the rifling twist, the once-twice spin that reels direction sense away and flies the body headlong at the crosshair's meet, where stops the turn and stops the forward too. Blessed are those whose heads are free. Blessed are those who are not me. Give thanks that I am me alone. Give thanks that I am soft as stone.
Yay! Stunning. Next up to the stage, we have the lovely Roots once again. Come on, guys, give her a round. Okay then, Roots, take it away.
Right, the next poem I'm going to read you is called Forward. Here I am, standing here, looking forward to the coming year. So many things I have to learn. This year it's time to take my turn. This way, that way, back and forth, it started from the 24th. From here I start on my mission, a breakdown, depression from living in the system. These corporate companies will never listen, as they only have one goal, one mission. That's making money at our expense. We are the cogs in their dispense. It's sad that society's gone this way. Can only wish this control will end someday. We all have to stand up and have our say, or things will always be this way. Oh yeah. So come on people, have some courage. With your help, this world could flourish. Stand up, be strong. There's nothing wrong in telling society that they are wrong. If we do, then maybe someday our world will see a brighter day.
Yeah! Now, Joel, we've got an additional extra to the schedule, haven't we?
We have indeed. His name's Joe. He's a newbie. He's a newbie to our open mic nights, so he's here to do a poem for us.
Wow, straight in at the deep end.
Yeah, pretty much.
So who are your main influences?
Blake's a favourite of mine. Other than sort of the romantic poets, I don't really listen to a lot of contemporary poetry. I sort of prefer things towards that sort of era. But yeah, I just sort of write and read a little bit, but focus on the writing really.
Fantastic. Take it away.
Okay, it's called 21st Century Oil Painting. Health and safety regulations, terms and conditions apply. License plates and registrations, omniscient electric eyes. The crimson sand on the pavement, the remnants of broken glass. Minimum wage enslavement, a blazing abandoned car. A married man's wandering hands, the midnight street meat market. Subjective portrait of those damned, the lumps of bile in vomit. What bliss is there in ignorance, the bitter sweet taste of decay? There are no songs of innocence, we that are bound must obey.
Nice! Well done! Absolutely brilliant. Are we back on schedule, Joe? Aha! Yeah. Excellent, we are. So the next one, we have one of our regulars who has sent in a poem. She apologises she can't be here tonight, but she's also got a gig. Her name's Zoe Hedderwick, and her song is called Too Good. Enjoy.
Ellos se iban en la arena y cantaban y bailaban. Tú me cogías y me hablabas de todo lo que haríamos y mirabas. Pregúntame lo que quieres. Te voy a responder lo que tú quieres. Tu sombra era mi escapatoria. Este solo hiciste fácil odiar las nubes cuando me queman. true. I fooled myself again. Now I'm gonna fall again. It was too good to be true. I fooled myself again. Now I'm gonna fall again. Enjaulada en la promesa de esta noche, en este hotel, aquel agosto, no era yo la quien soy ahora. Tengo mi vida acostada, demasiado cerca de la verdad que me perseguía, de quedarme por aquí, y por eso yo me fui. Gracias a ti, tu sombra era mi escapatoria de este solo hiciste un cielo de las nubes. Cuando me quemaban, eras el único que apagaba la luz, pero yo no veía que tapabas mi vida. Was too good to be true. I fooled myself again. Now I'm gonna fall again. It was too good to be true. I fooled myself again. Now I'm gonna fall again.
And we're back. You're listening to Eclectic Musings on audioburger.com. Next up, we have the wonderful Aid back up onto the stage. Okay, Aid, take it away.
Straight with the poem, yeah?
Straight in.
Well, with response to your cunt earlier on, I'd like to introduce it to my bollocks. Not literally, but, you know, literally, as in literally. Like, this is called the War on... I'm going to stand up for this one. This is called the War on Bollocks. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children and animals, flora and fauna, rent boys and feminists, movement makers and cynical bastards, people of the world, I declare war on bollocks. Let us not be mistaken. This is not a war on dogs' bollocks. No, dogs' bollocks is our rallying cry. Give me that bit of paper over there. Bollocks is our rallying cry. No, it is bollocks and bollocks alone that calls us to action. For too long, bollocks has paraded itself as reality. Broadcasted bollocks has been viewed by our children. Bollocks has been exposed to the peoples of other cultures. Even the very notion of culture has become bollocks. We have no idea to what degree bollocks may have infiltrated our borders. We can never document how much bollocks has gone unchecked. And while the bollocks that springs to mind hang before our opened eyes, The untold bollocks beyond our peripheries, aside from our focus, underlying the fabric of our cares, hanging there in the gobsmacked vacuum of the truth-filled cosmos, continue to taunt and dare us. There is so much bollocks in our midst that it is fair to conclude that the world rests on the top of almighty bollocks. To the bollocks I say bollocks, and take back what's rightfully mine, my bollocks, my business. And the bollocks of men, women and children are their own bollocks. The bollocks we rise against are the bollocks that would destroy us, the bollocks that would enslave us, the bollocks that would have us teetering on the edge as we slave away in a rut that has us pummeled and bombarded by bollocks day in, day out. The bollocks belligerently bashes, beats and bastardizes our right to just hang around and talk bollocks. Our rights will be etched loud and proud in our collective human constitution. The right to bear bollocks in the name of world peace, space travel, clean energy, healthy food, affordable medical care, access to education, extended longevity of life. The ability to travel the globe with a smile on our faces and to smile without fear in the face of a new endeavour, an endeavour into the future that is free from this bollocks. Brothers, sisters, hermaphrodites, hear my plea. Bollocks to bollocks, it is dog's bollocks time.
We're talking. Bollocks to that indeed. Next up, we have a slight change to the schedule again. We have the wonderful Ali, who's going to breathe the light. Ali, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Now, Ali, who are your main influences when it comes to poetry?
I don't know so much as influences, but I read Tony Harrison and Carol Ann Duffy a lot because I think they're quite real. So, yeah, that's how I like to write my poetry, quite real.
Fantastic. Let's take it away.
This poem is called Vacant. Vacant is a word that brings together empty minds and toilet stalls, a face immersed in porcelain, or legs up and then wrapped around as she is fucked hard against a graffiti wall. But she's no fool. She knows that vodka trips, bright pink lips and slimming tips are all artificial, just like relationships. As if for one day she were to let her vacant eyes glance at the local paper, she might see that vacant might become vacancy. But a real job requires responsibility, integrity, ability. Her only real strength was her humility. But even that was beaten into her like an empty drum. She might learn that vacant might become vacate. She might finally find her escape.
Yay! Good work. So, now we've got a little bit of a special treat. You heard from Poe twice this evening, but especially for this show, and generally as experimentation, he sent in a very special recording. Those who are presently in the room, this will be played after the live show. So, this is not a commercial.
At www.spreaker.com, create your own radio show and find thousands of exclusive radio channels.
This is not a commercial. It is a work of art. This is not a commercial. It is a work of art.
Coke, the smokeless fuel of the small hours, turning tomorrow's energy into today's bullshit. Hours of new opportunity lost to raging reminiscence,
Well
randomly
done.
journeying from hoodlum hang-around to
Absolutely
hen-beaten
amazing.
office
Now, of course, the
paranoid,
next track
open
is
to
a bit
bribery
different from this. Can you
in
tell
the
us a little
form
bit about
of
the next
sweet
track?
biscuits.
Called Jay's Wing.
Sylphs in abundance dancing precariously attract equal attention but hold it quite variously. A soundhead with young shoulders and a body I'd like to play in catches my eye and pleases my ears behind vodka-fueled conversation with the attention span of a shaky-handed rolled cigarette. Then, suddenly, out of the literal blue comes an almost forgotten feeling. that I'm just that little bit too drunk to make perfect sense of, amidst the sensual cacophony of the latter stages of a wonder-filled night. I didn't, but I do now ask, may I spend some quiet time sober with you, to see where we go, watch what we do, to listen to what we say, when we each have time to convey what we mean without having to scream? Must I always be torn between how I was born? But that's enough words, enough angsty and arty. For goodness own sake, it was only a party. Happy every day, birthday girl. I'm contractually obliged not to write words of love towards anyone who was or witnessed any of the above. So I'm sorry, but it's just for the avoidance of doubt that those who already know I give a shit have to be left out. Someday soon, my words will be free again. Poe.
This is not a commercial. It is a work of art. This is not a commercial. It is a work of art.
Poe, thank you very much for that rather special recording. So now, as we go into the final section of this live broadcast, we are literally just going to take a moment to reflect on what's happened. We've experienced a lot of poetry, we've experienced beautiful song, we've experienced a fantastic atmosphere, and we've got two more people to just round off the evening very nicely. But can I just say, first and foremost, everybody, Brighton Arts Club, you were absolutely amazing. Give yourself and the performers a huge round of applause. Okay, so a few people we've got to thank. We've got to thank Pasha de Valentine for providing the building. We've got to thank Joel for hosting this wonderful night. Naturally, a huge thank you to all of our performers, Roots, Sam Jordan, Poe, myself, naturally, Zoe, and Aid, and who else do we have?
We had Ali, and we had
Russell as well.
Russell, and we had Joe.
And Joe.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And a special thank you to my wonderful assistant for this evening, who's been wonderful with the mics, the wonderful Kitty, who's been very patiently sitting here controlling the mic. Do you want to say a quick hello, Kitty?
Hi.
Hi, Kitty. Very nicely shy. Guys, give it a huge round of applause for Kitty as well. She's been a star. She's on work experience. Fantastic. And so to round off the evening, we're going to finish off with Joel and Sam Jordan. So Joel, take it away.
Thank you. I've got a poem called Appearance is Everything. They assassinate him with piercing eyes and pointing fingers. He walks on by with his head held high as I ache for him. Poor misguided fools, lost of soul, fear in heart, out of love. Yet to find their belonging, yet without fight, longing times to come. Times long gone, gone. If only they knew of his heart so kind, his peaceful mind. But they don't look into him, they don't like what they see, and after all, appearance is everything.
Nice one. And finally, before we go into Sam Jordan's final track, from the Brighton Arts Club, you've been listening to Eclectic Musings with Sasha Cooper and the whole fucking brilliant crew. Next week, season 2 kicks off with the wonderful Nick Hudson, who is a young composer with Letters of the Dead. So do not miss the launch of season 2 next week. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with Sam Jordan. From the Brighton Arts Club and Audio Burger, good night!
Blue eyes like the jay's wing on the down weekday morning. And her long limbs pull him in, make him swim, and the sting of the air outside the duvet cover. And I know that he's weak because he's young and just told that she'd be his only lover. And in time, she's gonna believe him 'cause she's waded through him and seen him break. To wonder if he'll go with her, or to guess that he'll do her right. She caresses his bones when she holds him, and it's sweet, and it's a night. And the park gate swings in the summer's evening, and I know that she'll be there with him. And the body hangs over his form, and the crease in her hands and the knots in her hair are all so beautiful. And I know that she's wrong, and at the end he ought to learn to be. And he says you're mine, and she believes him 'cause she spent so much time with her hands in the strands of her hair. I wonder if he'll go with her, or I guess that he'll do her right. She caresses his bones when she holds him, and it's sweet, and it's a night. Walking backwards through his garden, she says, I know what you mean to me. Creeping careful across his carpet, she says, I know what you mean to me. Falling backwards down his doorway, she says, I know what you mean to me. Sitting silent on his windowsill, she says, I know what you mean to me. To wonder if he'll go with her, or to guess that he'll do her right. She caresses his bones when she holds him, and it's sweet, and it's a night, and it's sweet, and it's a night. Good.